7-Eleven has been given the green light to sell some alcohol products in Ontario starting from next month. The convenience store chain will be able to sell beer, wine and ready-to-drink cocktails starting on September the 5th. The company says it is currently training staff at 58 locations in the province. The move is part of Premier Doug Ford's plan to expand the sale of alcohol in grocery stores and convenience stores. Well, joining me now for more is Bruce Winder, retail expert. Bruce, thanks for joining us. 7-Eleven, it's expanding sales to include alcohol across Ontario. What's your take on this?
Yeah, thanks for having me on, Ella. I think it's, it's very interesting. I mean, there's two parts of this. One is selling the alcohol, from their freezers and fridges, and that's a no-brainer. I think they're going to do really well with that. The question mark here is part of the plan is also to, put about 10 tables, I believe, up to 10 tables in each store where, consumers can come in, grab something to eat, and consume the alcohol right in the store. So I think that's kind of a unique animal. Reminds me a lot of Europe. And, the jury will be out in terms of whether this is successful for Ontarians.
What sort of customers do you see sort of taking up that offer? Because when I think of going to a 7-Eleven, I'm not exactly thinking about going to sit down to have something to eat and a drink. I'm thinking, get in and get out. So what kind of people do you think are going to take that up?
Yeah, it's a great question. And hopefully they've done some good research, and they had a couple test stores, one in Leamington and Niagara Falls. So hopefully they've learned from that. But I would assume it's people just looking for a quick meal, maybe someone who's on a lunch break and they want to grab a pizza or something or a sandwich, and they, enjoy a little beer or glass of wine. Or maybe someone who's sort of, in between at work and they're having a dinner. That's what I would imagine would be the people to do that. I mean, I don't really see, I guess, the pub crowd, it's not a meeting place for singles, so it'll be really interesting to see sort of how this does come to fruition and how it plays out.
Yeah, it will be very interesting. Just in terms of the alcohol sales, previously the LCBO has had a bit of a monopoly on liquor sales for a long time in Ontario. What does this mean for competition and prices more broadly in the province?
Yeah, it's going to be really interesting because, suddenly we're going to have a lot more competition, right? We used to have the beer store, and then grocers started selling beer, and then alcohol now. We're going to see, gas stations and corner stores and grocers selling more. So competition's going to be significantly increased. The question will be sort of what the pricing structure looks like. Is 7-Eleven going to charge the same price as you would get at LCBO or the beer store, or is it going to be a bit more of a premium price to charge customers for the convenience of having it, close to home? So we'll have to see how that plays out.
Yeah, we do often see, people are charged for convenience. It comes with a premium. How do you see people taking up the opportunity to purchase alcohol at 7-Eleven? Do you think it's going to be popular? And do you think that this is going to reshape the market in how people buy alcohol and where they buy it from?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, yeah, 7-Eleven is going to do really well with serving alcohols, and so are the grocers with expanded assortments, and so are the other convenience stores, gas stations. They're going to do really well, assuming the pricing is reasonable, assuming it's within the zone of what you would pay at the LCBO and the beer store. So yeah, absolutely going to be a success. For me, the only dark horse is the sit-down arrangement and whether that works. Again, they've done 2 stores, so it must have worked in their test stores, or else they wouldn't be rolling it out across the province.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how widely that's taken up and if those 2 stores are somewhat an anomaly or if it's more broadly popular across the province. Thank you so much for your time today, Bruce. We appreciate your insights.